are inspired by your story, from a journey. So, Mr. Danny, I want to ask you a question. So, what made you think of IPO? At what point you think of IPO?
Okay, IPO is actually, I won't say it's my childhood dream because I don't know anything about IPO. But when I start to venture into business, and I always, I always tell myself, I must get my company listed, whatever. That is my goal. And I set my goal and I will do it and I have to do it.
When you started off in 1999 the time? Then
Probably after a few years. After a few years, then I start to tell myself, I must. I don't know why. Okay, it's just that, it's to me, if I achieve it, this is my goal, in my, at least in my life, and also I left a legacy here, while I'm around.
Yeah. But I understand also there are a lot of roadblocks for you. This IPO process.
Yeah, correct.
A lot, right? Maybe we can share a bit.
Correct. Because IPO, is not an easy process. It can be easy process to some, but it can be a very difficult process and time and money consuming process. Okay, we have actually start our journey for IPO way back in 2011.
2011, yeah.
2011.
Long time ago.
In fact, our company, Fibromat, we have adopted MFRS accounting system way back in 2009.
Oh, very long time.
Okay, 2009. So, in 2011, actually we have engaged OSK to look into the listing prospect, and at that time actually we have 5 companies to to group together to this holding company to bring this company for listing. So we actually already we engaged OSK, but Mr. Ching, I think, and also my personal thinking as somebody have gone through so many knocks and hit so many roadblocks, I think very important thing, you need somebody to guide you and somebody who really knows how to do it. Otherwise, you'll be like us, and going through so many knocks and yet end up nowhere.
Yeah. And then the other day I talked to again another PLC owner. So he told me the same thing like what you say, So get someone help beforehand. It'll be helpful. Yeah. Otherwise, really a lot of roadblock. Spending time, and not only that, I think spending money.
Yeah.
Because the other day he told me he spent quite a bit on preparation on the IPO.
Yeah, correct. Correct. You see, if you have it's not the IPO. Sometimes if you go to, let's say you go to advisors, advisors, okay, to them, whether you get through, you don't get through, they still get their fees.
Yeah.
Okay, they still get their fees, So, if you are not ready, they tell you are not ready, the fees still get
charge.
They still charge you. But okay, so from what I see is that you have to, the pre-IPO is most important. Don't, sometimes we are a bit gung-ho as a businessman, we think that everything is okay. But if you get somebody who is good, to assess, look into your whole operation, and to tell you, and tell you where actually you are. I think if these people are qualified enough, competent enough, if they tell you, you better listen to them.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, you still got to go through and you will not go to where you want to go, and you are going round and round.
Yeah.
Like for example, let's say even in 2009, okay, we went in from SME, a PRS accounting standard to MFRS. It took us almost 1 whole year for our auditor to get our account in the right perspective. That is only on accounting. Then there's a lot of other things, you need to do. So I think better plan properly, get the right advice.
So any particular incidents that you really hurt and then you feel very down and then at one time you feel I dropped this IPO plan before your IPO at the time, any kind of incidents that make you really want to give up?
Okay, our last advisors, we already spent almost 2 over years, with them. We got supposed to submit, for our ACE listing. Eventually it doesn't happen, and last minute they withdraw. They just withdraw. We already spent the money. We already got everything. We already paid, so much tax, and everything is done. So what do we do? So at that time, actually, I was thinking of dropping the whole idea. That's it. Because we cannot move because they've been there unless we have to redo the whole thing again.
Mr. Danny, may I know what is the reason that they withdraw? Because they can't just withdraw like that.
I think there's 2 issues they brought up due to compliance. One is the what do you call the stamping?
Stamping.
The other one is
they just can't rectify it and they just pull off. I see. This is the what they call this the usual way they will do.
So luckily, we have this the leap, which Bursa have been promoting. So since very done, we have actually our prospectus ready. Already. So now we are just going into
go the leap first.
I said we just get it done and see how.
But I know you. Because the other day I talked to you, you're not going to stop in leap. You're not going to stop leap because the other day, in fact, you eager because your figure is in fact is in ACE, ACE. So you want to convert into ACE. Okay, maybe let me ask you another question before we go to the conversion side. So now you list your company eventually in LEAP. You eventually list it. You still list, anyway. So what's the difference that you feel between as a Sandrian Berhad and the listed Berhad? So what's the main differences that you feel?
I mean, like I said earlier, whether I get the ACE or I get LEAP, to me, as my personal ambition, I achieve one. Okay, at least I'm a listed company.
Yeah.
Okay, no doubt, leap counter, is not as it's not my aim. But sometimes in life, you can plan, but not necessarily you achieve what you want. But probably this is a part of the journey. That's why, like I say, we are not going to stop there. We are still planning and see how can we migrate or what can we do to go to the next level. Because leap, there's a lot of restriction. Okay, post IPO, pre-IPO. In order to find investor is not easy. Especially now the market is so robust. So everything is so. Who wants to invest in LEAP where there's no liquidity?
Exactly. So this comes to the question that a lot of LEAP counter, because the other day I met another LEAP founder also, they all shouting, now jumping also, because of the migration of the system is still not there yet, from LEAP to ACE. Perhaps you can comment a bit on that, because I know that you commented in the Age.
Yeah, in fact I've spoken to Bursa. I voiced out my frustration, and we need to know is there any guideline or roadmap, how we can do what we can do, Unfortunately, till today, even my last discussion with them, we still have to wait,
Still have to wait. But I heard and I came up, I saw some report, the so-called newspaper report on that. There will be some changes in the near future, hopefully, in ACE, it means in LEAP in ACE from Bursa. They'll take charge more on the ACE counter as well. I'm not sure this is true.
But I think what you read is what I read. They mentioned that probably by middle of next year, the ACE, all ACE will be under Bursa. So probably then that might be a good news to the lead market.
That might be the migration plan, the
yeah.
migration plan. So at that time, then you Fibromat can migrate into.
Hopefully, we can still achieve the result, and we achieve what we want, and that will be it will be a bonus.
Yeah. Okay, talk about because going for IPO, a gong day. Just because I saw your picture that you have a gong in Pusa. Is to me it's a memory day.
Yeah.
Like what you set your dream, in a very early stage in your career. That I want to list one day. So talk about the day, the feeling of the day. When you gong, what do you feel? Today eventually I really list my company.
Like I say, probably leap is not like I say what we want, but I can tell you that night I can't sleep. I was waiting for the next morning, because I was so anxious, because this is something that I've been fighting, I've been wanting to get more than 10 years, Yeah, this is something, and it materialized, it's just like my dream come true. So yeah, we went there very early, get ourselves prepared, the moment that hit the gong, I would say that probably also released some weight from my shoulder. At least I have done something, which has been so heavy on my shoulder, trying to get it, But at least I got something, To me this is a consolation. I always tell myself, sometimes you might not get it, but at least you got something.
At least you are somewhere. Because I met a lot of SMS, I met a lot of businessmen. IPO journey is what they always plan for, what's their always aim, and then not all, and I would say majority can make it seriously. But look at the number now. Look at number now. Less than 1,000 company, including less than 1,000 is listed. Whereas total business that are in SSM reported are almost 1 million. All the registered. You can see there's a big gap, you see. So that means it's like a lot of company can make it. This is always their dreams, So I think it's a milestone.
It's a milestone.
It's a milestone. So in time to come, I know Fibromat definitely aim for ACE because it's the initial plan, the conversion. And then beside this conversion, any big plan that in head Fibromat?
I would say that we are talking also some M&A. We have some suitors, from overseas companies. We also have suitors from local main board companies who might take us. We will see how it goes, but at least there are plans. We will see whichever is better. It can give us the best option.
That means the accountant might take you guys, and you might take someone else as well. That is open. I see.
We might merge with another company, or we are also on road to ACE. We might also acquire some other companies to boost up our worth, and also turnover.
This is something that I think a lot of Central Bahad they can't really do it, because you want to acquire another company or merge with another company, you need a hard cash on that, whereas in listed entity you can exchange share. So this is something that which Central Bank cannot do. So Fibromat in time to come, you have some plan in your mind, and then conversion ACE road. Okay, perhaps if let's say need some advice from you because you are already listed, okay, in LEAP. Let's say asking you give some so-called advice to those not listed yet. What is your advice to them?
What is my advice to those not listed? Like I say, if you think that you meet the minimum criteria, okay, then you must consult a right advisor. I always say the right advisor. There are so many advisors, not necessarily everyone are right. And also like the IPO team, you must choose the winning team. Some, even from the same company, might not have the the right people doing for you. So always consult the right people before you undertake this exercise, because this exercise can be very time consuming and can cost a lot of money. And a lot, actually, I've also seen some company on road to listing actually went bust because of the, they spend a lot of time, money, whereas even the business, actually being affected.
Because they never focus, and then they just concentrate on this corporate game, and then they never concentrate on their business. So I think to me, I always advise my client and always share a lot. I think fundamental must be there. Your business must be there.
Your business model must be sound, must be sustainable. I think whatever you want to do, you have to take care of your business first. If your business is not sound and not sustainable and with a right amount of growth, then I think you have to think twice.